We recognize that's the reason why we studied this award. It is women's are underrepresented in technology. Do you have a sense why this is the case?
That is a very interesting question, and of course that recognition also rings true to us in Nature, incidentally. And of course we see, because what we cover is across disciplines, we do see that representation of women across disciplines of course varies. Technology, as we both know, has been the domain of the male, predominantly. There have been many theories put forward to explain it. Of course, societal expectation and pressure is something that has an effect on all of us, and women have historically been pressured to go into certain topics, but not others. So there's an interesting proposition that perhaps we can put to test as we see more and more women going into technology and innovation, to see whether in fact it will become more humanized.
People tend to actually look at the number of the members, but tend to forget about a proportion of the female members in the senior management layer. We have to fix that problem, right?
Absolutely, we have to fix that problem. We have to fix the problem of providing opportunities for women to be visible, to have a platform for speaking out, for being rewarded for the contributions. And speaking of reward, of course, now we have an award here. We have, which illustrates our awareness, but our desire to practically do something about it.
You actually looking at a lot of projects and scientific activities, and you yourself is the first editor-in-chief, female editor-in-chief in Nature. Do you consider yourself to be a role model for the female researchers?
It's always actually difficult for me to consider myself a role model. The message that I often share with women who are either starting out or continuing in their career is really one of not being afraid of failure and embracing failure. Failure is always part of success. There is no success without failure. Another important aspect of my advice is being bold and taking those steps forward, putting yourself forward, taking those opportunities, believing in yourself. Everyone has outstanding ideas, and those ideas have to be shared. By sharing them, they may be defined further, and that's a really important aspect. Believing in oneself is an incredibly important piece of advice. For women in particular, but for everyone, actually.
Everyone, yes, I agree. The other aspect of this, really the jury and then all the network that we're going to build. Actually, the Nature has a very strong expertise and network to be able to carry out high quality and a very inclusive selection process.
What you say about the jury is so important. I think there is quite convincing evidence to suggest that we don't see women or other members of underrepresented groups winning awards because the juries themselves are not diverse. So I agree, I think we should work together to establish a really diverse and insightful jury to appropriately evaluate nominations, applications, so that we can have confidence that we really are supporting the most outstanding and the most deserving, the most promising candidates.
Diversity is really critical to have activity or organization stronger, more robust, and then resilient. If we got the group of people with a similar background, we probably miss out something very important.
Absolutely.
And I think the diversity is very important. And this award, hopefully in the future, will contribute this goal in a significant way.
I know, of course, that throughout your own career, you've worked with very diverse teams. How much of that has been by design as opposed to coincidence, and how do you create that inclusive environment for diverse teams? And then do you have advice for others how to create it?
Most of the team I built from scratch myself have a diverse group of people, and from the different nationality, different academic background, and all the gender balance as well. I think I haven't really intentionally, decide like a quota or anything. Like we may have to have like a certain percentage or anything like that, but just like go after the most talented people. And if you do the very serious recruit, going after talent, diversity is something you get. All the talented people from different expertise is around the world, across the gender, across the nationality, across the different, background. So we are always testing out different hypotheses, different course of actions. I think like a best way to get there is have a good team of people. Everyone is, highly competent, very intelligent, respect each other, but have a diverse view and diverse background. You need a lot of effort to put into this, manage this kind of team, but I think the outcome will be superb.
So what I heard, actually, you said you basically have to have an open mind in how you assemble the team.
Yeah. So I think that's really critical, particularly in an area like a science and technology. We are engaged in the business that we're trying to do things no one have done before. So it's really, we have to be tolerant on the failure. Of course, we have to be careful about what kind of failure we are okay and what is not. But basically, 90% of the time or 99% of the time we try it out, it doesn't work because we are trying something new. So I think it's good to have a different view and then more tolerancy and then mutual respect and then resilience to accept the dynamically different conditions.
And then, of course, we ourselves need to be open-minded enough to see the talent that we can then support and nurture, and give the space to ask the questions. By asking these diverse set of questions, or maybe approaching answers to already posed questions in a different way, we will enrich our knowledge, we will enrich our set of solutions, innovations, will be much richer for it.
Yeah, that's great. Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.